All right, so this is the 5th round of my losers bracket gauntlet. We've all seen this before. This one was on stream. This is when who was it on stream exactly that was so excited to watch me?
RJ.
RJ, yeah. He's like, oh, Frogslicer, let's check him out. And Keegan had a less positive attitude, but
Keegan likes the deck. He just doesn't like how it can hold things up.
yeah, for sure. And I try my hardest, and I advocate. And that's like I said in one of the prior videos. Like the whole point of this channel is so people know, this is infinite. It's not like, okay. Like it's like there's a lot of evidence.
But also from a streaming point of view, you don't really want to see this scene in the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if the guy who made you demonstrate the infinite was the streaming match.
Yeah.
Because another thing that they don't mention is that while this match was on stream, it wasn't the entire match.
Right.
The first game was on stream, but then they moved on to another match as soon as the first game was done.
Right, and this stuff got a lot spicier after that first game. But yeah, so this was like Hero Zombies, and I think I won the die roll. Hooray! I'm really good at this game. And look at that, I open combo. You heard it here first. And this is great because I have poison draw, so I'll just go ahead and get this Murray out while I can. And he doesn't got anything. But yeah, like we just do the regular combo stuff here. I'm gonna dig his. I don't think anything funky happens here. I think I just do it perfectly. And I was, normally I like to talk to people, but I don't know. Question marks, I don't like answering because like that's an advantage I don't want to give you. But yes, again, Thunder Dragon's just too good. It was just so nice today. You need that +1 right there, and you really don't want to do Exodius without the Thunder Dragon because Exodius he recycles without it, but with it, he's a +1. It's just like too much value. It's funny that this hand
started losing his mind.
Oh yeah. Oh, because right, they were saying, oh yeah, well, what does he do from here? And then he's like, there's another card, and then Exodius. It's like, oh yeah, Exodius. But yeah, here we get to do it again. So this one, and I guess I made the same mistake again, where I should have put a swap frog in case I drew salvage, but I had so much gas it didn't really matter. I just want to keep drawing. And these Murrays have been like just getting in my way.
Do you not usually like to see Murray this early?
Well, so the ideal time to use Murray is with a salvage to do poison draw plus swap frog together. Oh yeah, and this is really funny. Like I could not do anything because he's spamming that, so I was like, bro, stop.
This is what I was talking about with the whole like fiber jar or Exodius thing. Because while he's doing this, you can't actually do anything because it just lags out the inputs.
Right. It's like there should be some respect for just how much micro I have while I'm doing this because like I can't play the game if you're pressing the shuffle button. I think I make double Stardust.
I forget what your board was.
No, I don't make double Stardust. I have 3 bluffs to go with the Iron Wall, and I still haven't decided if this is a misplay or not. But yeah, see, I keep all these cards to bluff, to protect the Iron Wall. And I do what I'll openly tell people my strategy for setting these. I shuffle my hand and then set them left to right. So you cannot read which of these are which unless you understand, like, the shuffling algorithm of DB. So...
Good luck.
I think if you have the ability to divine the dueling book shuffling algorithm to the point where you can just hit it while your opponent just shuffles and sets randomly, I think you just deserve to win the match then and there.
Yeah.
You deserve for BrainCon and MST to be like a game-winning card. So this is something, like, if I knew what he was playing, I might have just blind flipped the Iron Wall and prayed he didn't have MST. In this case, it would have been a horrible decision. But, like, I've been really wanting to index with Allure to just flip Iron Wall, because they can't activate it. But if you chain it to Allure, then this is a Pot of Greed. So it's like a catch-22. Obviously, if I have a bunch of bluffs, I'm just going to hope they don't have it. But he had it. And, like, I decided to flip it because he had Malicious, and I don't know. I guess in my mind that he was gonna like summon a diva and do a bunch of crazy stuff, which he definitely would have, because he could have roted for Armageddon Knight, and then made like a Dark End Dragon or a diva or a Brio. But like I guess I was afraid of Dark End Dragon. So it just sucks. Like when he sent that, I decided to do Iron Wall, and then that just gave him that all these bluffs mean nothing now because he had the exact surgical extraction. So I'm gonna take your thing, do that, and get rid of your Stardust. I think he gets rid of it with Brio. That Book of Life, dude. So him doing this actually made a big difference to me, because he could have hit plenty of things that, like seemed good. Like a lot of people want to hit Thunder Dragon, and I don't disagree with this. Hit the Thunder Dragon. Like it's not a bad idea. But this is pretty smart, hitting the Death Frog. It's kind of questionable. Like obviously it's gonna be harder for me to recover if I want to do like more like combo-y stuff. But this was a really big inspiration for me to start siding in the second one like a lot of the time, because you could hit it with Crow, or you could or it's just gonna be grindier in general for games 2 and 3. So just having the extra Death Frog is really nice.
Yeah, game 1 with Iron Wall gone and nothing else for you to do, definitely hit the Death Frog.
Yeah, exactly, because like what am I gonna do? But oh, that's annoying. Well, if you really want to see the drama of that moment, there's a great highlight from the stream, but it's just like he didn't break my board. I don't know if he could have, but I just got on my turn. I didn't get to go infinite, but I said, hey, let me think if I can Colossal Army Armor, and I don't think I could have. Maybe I could have. I wasn't entirely sure. But the moment I said that, he just scooped. So, but no matter what, I was going to be able to break his board, because I had Flip Flop Frog to bounce all the synchros, and I was going to be able to poke with Stardust Dragon, and he had one card in hand. So that game was GG. And this is a pretty aggressive start. It's like pretty incredible, actually. And my hand doesn't do anything. So next turn I'll be able to or I'll be able to do it now, but I won't be able to do anything with it. So yeah, I just take that. Soul Release, dude. What the hell?
And the pro play with the return.
Like, how does he have like these crazy explosive draws, like 3 games in a row? I was just kind of bluffing Gores while I was doing the math to see if that was lethal. So like even this hand is like crazy good. That wasn't that bad. But getting that 1-for-1 is super nice. So I didn't have the Fishborg, so I used the 1-for-1 for Substitute. And it's kind of a misplay. I definitely should have upstarted first, because if I had drawn either Fishborg or Substitute, that would have changed what I 1-for-1 for. So that was a legit misplay, because there's like a 50-50. This could have just been a Substitute I drew instead of a Fishborg, but I ended up topping it. I was planning on just digging with Pot of Avarice and Substitute, so like unless this was Fishborg Blaster exactly, this is exactly how it would have gone down. But it wouldn't have been full combo like this if it had turned out differently. So that's like the second or third like really small mistake. That's some pretty serious consequences, or at least implications. I'm just pitching everything because there's nothing I can draw that actually matters. And here we go, Thunder Dragon, perfect time, because I'm just about to Pot of Avarice and do Exodia stuff next. So it's just like I don't think I've ever had such a run where Thunder Dragon felt so good, because usually it just feels like filler bullshit. Like, but yesterday it was just incredible. And we don't care about
when everything goes well and you never draw 2 of them in your starting hand.
I do draw 2 of them in the next match against Glads. It feels real bad. But yeah, see, this is the ideal salvage, is for swap and poison, and then you Murray him back. Yeah, I got rid of... So I pitched both the Trunade and the Heavy. Yeah. It's because I knew I was going to get there. It's odd. No, it's not. That's something I had. And Pot of Avarice just pairs up so nice, because I always end up with a Frog and then 5 in my grave. So it's just like, you're always getting exactly the ones you need.
3 Exodius now.
Yeah, that's how you know you're so far ahead. Because I had one of those Exodius, like, in like the first like 9 cards or something.
Do you make the double Stardust? in this one?
Yeah, I think I made double Stardust here, and I actually messed it up a little bit because I wasn't entirely sure how to do it. So I ended up having to sit on an Exodius, but I think ultimately it was worth it because I wanted to make the 2 Stardusts, but I probably should have. It's like you want to do the Exodius, so yeah, I should have summoned the Exodius there instead of pitching the Substitute, because I end up just having 2 Thunder Dragons in my hand at the end of this turn, so that's super inefficient. They are gas for, if he doesn't wipe the Substitute, it's gas for doing plays next turn, but it's kind of sloppy. I still haven't quite figured this out, and it's all just still room for improvement. These are things I wouldn't have even been able to identify as problems in the past. But look at this, dude.
Instant Fusion is such a good. Such a wacky extender in all of these combo decks.
Let's pause here.
That's not even the depths of what you can do with Instant Fusion in just zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
Does this do anything?
Instant Fusion can get Reaper on the Nightmare, and because it's properly fusion summoned, you can use like Book of Life or Mizuki to get it back later.
Yeah. And poke or like
sinks into 7s or 8s, yeah.
It's like, how easy would it be to like use a Reaper of the Nightmare to make a Black Rose, wipe the board, and then start poking after you Book of Life? It's like you get to, if you have Book of Life, you're getting rid of something from their grave that you just blew up on the board, or something more relevant, and then you have an indestructible monster that like can attack directly and discard every turn. Like, that's just like the grindiest zombie play you can do probably.
I might actually try to get on that, because that sounds pretty fun. Because the one list I have that does the Reaper on the Nightmare play isn't quite a grindy list.
I love it.
One thing I don't like about it is it just feels like, first of all, it doesn't do anything by itself, and second of all, it's another card that loses to oppression in zombies. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so what's funny about this is he what was I gonna say? Like he breaks a lot of the board, but I honestly can't remember what I was gonna say.
Everyone bets so much on Bryonic versus your board.
Right, that's what I was gonna say.
Is, it doesn't do much if you are left with nothing in your hand.
Exactly.
And you have a bunch of cards in your hand.
This is so reminiscent of when Yomero beat me. It wasn't that game. That game I won. But when I played Yomero in Ribbit 1, where he pitched all the cards in his hand for Brio. And then, he broke my board, but he had nothing, so, it didn't really matter. In the clapback, I do this actually pretty cool. So, he's breaking my board. He's going to bounce everything, and he uses Dark End to get rid of my dude. Yeah, so right now I'm just grinding it out. And actually, I kind of feel like we don't even have to fast forward this. So here, I know this Iron Wall can do something because I have Treeborn gone already, so it doesn't matter. He used Brio, which is great for me. I guess maybe he thought I could have sided in something relevant. And this isn't lethal, so...
Real quick?
Yeah, of course.
I have a question. And didn't you not elect to negate the Dark End with Stardust?
You can't.
Dark End sends.
Yeah.
It
it sends. Yeah, it sends. Yeah. I'm always forgetting that. Okay.
But yeah, it's like he could have done it with Brio, but he decided to conserve card advantage to do it with Dark End. And now Dark End's super tiny. But yeah, it's like maybe I could have done more aggressive things. I knew I didn't have another Treeborn, which I guess this could have been a relevant match for that, but it ultimately didn't matter. So I just ended up setting the Dupe Frog, which he killed with Dark End, and then he used Brio to bounce my back row. And yeah, since he was doing it that way, he couldn't kill me. So now, this is what I needed. I actually needed a Dupe or a Poison Draw so that I could special summon the Swap Frog. And I just want to get an extra normal summon out of this.
Oh, I remember this play. This was crazy.
Or no, I just tribute summon it. Never mind.
Goyo and steal Dark End.
Yeah, make a Goyo and steal Dark End, yeah.
Oh, wait. We're coming up on the Iron Wall play, too, which is hilarious.
Yeah, which is huge. So I use Dark End, and he does a little silly thing here, where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put it in defense." He's like, "I'm gonna put it in." Well, this thing's small. I can run over it, so he's like, "Okay, I'll run over it instead." Which is pretty funny. But yeah, so he drew the Dark End, the Dark Armed, and when this died, See, I don't know if I do anything on his turn other than like steal Mizuki. What do I do? Oh yeah, I can swing for an extra 1,000. Yeah, I'm like, if he has Gores, like, what's it? It's gonna be 1,000 attack and 2,700. I don't care. But yeah, so he starts his turn, and like you're gonna see here in a sec, I look at his graveyard, and I just realized he had 3 darks. So that's when I say flipped it up, and he also had just clicked M1, and I wasn't necessarily just playing around Dark Armed. I was playing around Dark Armed, but I was playing around Dark Armed and Allure.
Insane, Reeves. Insane.
I was like, I have to do this right now because if he can summon the Dark Armed, then I'm totally effed. And he happened to have it.
You are rewarded.
Yeah, which is really cool. So yeah, it's like when leaving standby phase. Like, thank God I did that, because I could have waited like 2 more seconds and it would have been like no or something.
Oh,
That was a game-winning play.
you don't have priority here.
So like,
You can, yeah.
so oh yeah, I thought I was gonna suicide. Maybe I do that. Oh yeah, and I just make. See, I was kind of butthurt. I didn't have magical android in my extra, but Catastrophe is still fine. Like, it didn't actually make a difference. But yeah, so I just suicide here. I'm like, let me just pressure for 22. But it would have been nice to be gaining life and poking for 24 instead. And then drawing a frog was like the biggest thing, man, because he decided to go all in with the Zombie Master, hoping to draw, anything to pair with it, which wouldn't have really rewarded him at all. Could have only
It's
gotten
just
Mizuki.
the Mesokin Grave, yeah.
Yeah, I think if
He could just set it.
if the stream caught the preemptive wall to blank the dad destructions, then
Yeah. People would like
everyone
that.
would have lost it.
Yeah.
And the
so that-
funny thing, if they would have said the Zombie Master, you would have been in a lot of trouble because the next object was Cyber Dragon. You
Dragon into-
confused with your
Yeah.
Catasta to Chimera attack, yeah.
down to 400. So that could have lost me the game right there if he had said it. And for me
Yeah.
not having Android too, so I might need to find space for Android in here because that's what I wanted to make in that situation. That's funny. But yeah, that was a really big play. I was really proud of that, and that won me the match.
The game-winning Iron Wall.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But
So
yeah,
everyone in voice was absolutely celebrating you at that point, and
I love it, and I missed it.
I didn't get what they meant because I was watching other people,
Mhm.
and now to see it, it's amazing. That's a tournament-winning play, to be honest.
I'm
The
definitely proud of
read
that
on
for
that
sure.
and preemptively flip the Iron Wall
Yeah,
there.
because I had to.
It was crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
man, how did he know?
I mean,
Later.
sometimes you just have to take stock of what you immediately lose to and just play around that, even
Yeah.
if there's a slim chance your opponent actually has it.
Yeah.
Also just doing all that after making the entire board with 2 Stardust and still clearing that. And
Yeah.
then still coming back.
Like, he had such crazy aggressive openers all 3 games. It's like a miracle he lost. So I'm definitely proud of that one. This is the thing,
See
like,
this guy's list.
yeah, it was pretty cool. It seems like typical zombies, but with like, I don't know how many heroes he runs. But anyway, that's it for this one.